Cheshire isn't the only town dealing with the budget crunch. Over in Orange, the school district has been asked to cut $1.15 million from their budget. And now with a playoff spot wrapped up, Hamden football must switch their focus from winning in the regular season to dealing with the pressure-packed arena that is the playoffs. Looking to give something back to the game that has given her so much by passing it on to the next generation. This Hamden football team is practicing harder than they ever have before in order to regain their focus and momentum. In Hamden, Adam Jasie, Q30 Sports. Hamden High football has had a storybook season. With just one win apiece each of the past 2 years, the Green Dragons are 9-1 and headed to the playoffs, causing some of the players to take a step back and reflect on their amazing run.
I didn't think that it was going to be this much. I knew we were going to do good because these coaches really pushed us to the limit where we need to be to win games. So I was hoping for at least 6, but now it's more, so now we have to strive better.
I think Hamden's really came out, proved ourselves this year. Still got to finish up though, finish strong. I never would even thought of it, but I always believed it. We got to believe in us. What's not to believe in Hamden football?
And now with a playoff spot wrapped up, Hamden football must switch their focus from winning in the regular season to dealing with the pressure-packed arena that is the playoffs.
At first, our expectations as a staff and as the players was we wanted a winning season. Now the winning season's turning, we want a state championship.
It's going to be tough, but I think we can do it. We just got to keep working hard and keep practicing, and I think we'll be able to win it.
With just one game remaining on the schedule, the Green Dragons promise to stay hungry and motivated as they head for the playoffs and possible state championship. In New Haven, Adam Jasie, Q30 Sports.
Hamden High football's shot at perfection was dashed with a loss to Xavier High School last week. But, as Adam Jasie reports, the team has not lost focus on its quest for a state championship.
And just like that, Hamden football's undefeated season was pummeled into the ground, losing to Xavier High School 21-14. For a team that had known nothing but losing the past 2 seasons, this loss was especially hard and left a bad taste in the players' mouths.
I think it was so hard in everybody's hearts and their minds that while we just lost, our perfect season is over. But I think everybody realized that I don't want to feel like this again, so I need to work extra hard now so I don't have these feelings again, losing another game.
The team spent very little time feeling sorry for itself, and instead used the loss as fuel to keep them going as they enter the final 4 games of the season.
Right now, we just need to pick up our game, need to try harder, need to focus more, listen to what the coach is saying.
Some on the team even feel the loss was a good thing. Coach Scott Benoit shocked his team afterwards by telling them he was happy about the loss.
We needed to get beat. We needed to get beat. I think we started taking things for granted. I think we need a little bit of a wake-up call.
The quest for a perfect season is now over, but the quest for a playoff berth and possible state championship lives on, as this Hamden football team is practicing harder than they ever have before in order to regain their focus and momentum. In Hamden, Adam Jasie, Q30 Sports.
Cheshire High School basketball star Nora Baggett achieved something not seen in 10 years, but as Adam Jasie reports, that is far from her greatest achievement.
4 years ago, if Nora Baggett exploded on the court, it was most likely because she missed a shot or didn't like a call. In fact, her once volatile energy even earned her a lasting nickname.
My name was Nuclear Nora for volleyball, and it was like when I went crazy, everyone went crazy. And even my volleyball coach says it. She says that my energy can either make or break a team.
But now, her explosiveness on the court is for an entirely different reason. With that one shot, Nora secured herself a place in Cheshire High School history, scoring the 1,000th point of her career. For the 6'1" center, the completion of the long-sought-after record came as a bit of a surprise.
I didn't even realize I scored it until I saw the crowd stand up. It was an amazing feeling.
I was on the court. It was just I was so proud of her, and everyone was just so proud. I mean, getting 1,000 points is a remarkable thing to do.
For Nora's mother, Janet Baggett, the experience held extra significance as an event she never thought she'd see.
I grew up before Title IX, equality of sports for females, and I couldn't even bounce a ball. The camera was shaking as I was taking. In fact, I don't even know if I got a good shot of her. I had to rely on somebody else giving me a copy of the tape.
The record books might remember her largely for her offensive abilities. She does rank 5th all-time in points scored and is closing in on 1,000 career rebounds. but Nora's teammates place more value on her less quantitative skills.
She's a great leader. You know, she's there for you both on and off the court. She's always willing to help you, you know, whether it's with basketball or with schoolwork. You know, she's willing to give you her all.
She brings so much energy. She's the vocal one of our team. She's obviously the back of our press, of our zone defenses, and our guards have now relied on her because she gets people to where they need to be.
While you'll often find Nora on the basketball court, she's not always the one playing. Looking to give something back to the game that has given her so much by passing it on to the next generation. For the past several years, Nora has worked as a referee for the Cheshire Rec League and volunteered with mentally challenged teenagers at school. Having fun with the kids is a plus, but the inner rewards are more important to Nora.
It's something where you don't get to, you know, see it every single day, and it's an inner feeling where you feel like you've accomplished something because you're working with people who need help.
The kids love it. I think sometimes the kids love to have Nora run the class than they have me to run the class. So, but it makes their day.
School hasn't always been easy for Nora, but her hard work and determination on the court have assisted her in the classroom, even earning her a full scholarship to play basketball at Dowling College on Long Island.
Being a three-sport athlete and having, you know, school to worry about, friends, family, all that stuff, so it's a challenge, but it's well worth it.
I think she's in a very good place and a very good major. I think she will major or minor in physical education. She would love to treat it as a career.
With college just around the corner and the basketball season at a close, the time has come for Nora to move on to the next great challenge. If history is any indicator, she will pass it with flying colors, and most likely break a few records along the way. In Cheshire, Adam Jasie, Q30 Sports.
Now we'll go to Adam Jasie with sports. How are you doing tonight, Adam?
I'm doing fine, thank you, Christina. A little more nervous after all that swine flu talk, but should be plenty of baseball and football to keep my mind occupied this weekend. And speaking of, coming up next, local high school volleyball team looks to set themselves up for another title. Also in football news, conservative talk show host Rush Limbaugh is out as a potential part owner of the St. Louis Rams. Other members of a group interested in buying the NFL franchise have dropped him. As you may recall, Limbaugh has made controversial remarks in the past about African-American players. Reverend Al Sharpton talked last night with Anderson Cooper. He says Limbaugh has only himself to blame for his remarks. It's been a tough season for Quinnipiac volleyball. They came into Tuesday night's match at just 2-18 on the season. But Coach Robin Sparks and the Bobcats looked at a third as they played host to Holy Cross. Let's go to the tape. First set was a back and forth, but the Bobcats looking for the win up 2 and a nice save by Holy Cross to keep the ball alive. But the fake and a vicious kill gives the Bobcats the set. Quinnipiac rolling along. Bobcats dominate the second set, looking for a win here. A hard spike by Kelby Carey and, a nice dig attempt to no avail. But the Crusaders wouldn't go quietly. Up by as many as 14 in the third set, Holy Cross slamming home the win on the monster kill by Kelly Black. Holy Cross battled hard in the fourth set, looking to dig themselves out of an 0-2 hole. Nice play here. Crusaders force a decisive fifth match. But the Bobcats regain control. Last chance for the Crusaders here. Chelsea O'Donnell makes the serving error. Quinnipiac holds on for the 3-2 match win. And the Bobcats are next in action this weekend when they head to Bryant for a pair of matches, Saturday and Sunday.